And we're back with another episode of Real Life Movie Talk. We are back in our basement. It is your boy, Chris.
Yeah, Blockbuster Ben, what's up, man? You know, I wasn't going to mention it. I was just going to say, like, how funny would it be if we just didn't even acknowledge that we were here and that John wasn't here? I thought that would be so funny.
No one would even know.
Yeah, we just did it like a normal, like we had never... I thought that would have been funny. I forgot to tell you before we started.
Oh, shoot.
I thought that would have been a good joke.
Okay. You want to recut?
No, it's good. I think this is also funny.
Okay.
This is also funny. So
Forget I said it.
Yeah. What's up, John? So yeah, we're back in the basement. John's remodeling his bathroom. So he hasn't really had a lot of time.
He's out of town too.
And he was on vacation. So yeah, he said, hey man, I gotta work. I'm not gonna be able to see the movie. And I'm gonna be working in my bathroom tonight. So we came over here so we don't have to listen to like tools and construct, all that stuff. So
bang.
Here we are.
So Ben moved the whole production back home.
Yeah. To the OG, the original.
The OG, yep.
So we just jump right into some snacks if you want. Snacks were also supposed to be provided by John, so we had to think on the fly. But I got these pickles a while back from mouth.com. I think I've talked about that company before. And it was like a spicy pickle box. So it was 5 or 6 different kinds of spicy pickles. And these are Epic Pickles out of York, Pennsylvania. Which I'm wondering if Jess or Julia has heard of them because they went to school up there. I'm wondering how long they've been around.
I don't know.
Yeah, but or not. Well, technically, I guess Dallas town. But I've been working on these in my fridge for a few months now. But I don't think I ever gave one to Chris. So
I love pickles.
Thinking on the fly, grab a couple pickles.
And we're switching snacks up weekly so we can get a more diverse palate.
Yeah.
You know, sophisticate ourselves a bit.
Mm-hmm. And I really like these. They have a nice kick to them. Flavor's really good.
It is.
Whole cloves of garlic in there.
It doesn't kill you.
All kinds of spices.
The heat doesn't kill you, but the flavor's good.
Spicy dills.
Yeah. The garlic. Cook with those. Pickled garlic.
Yep. I like these a lot. So, I'm sure they have their own website, epicpickles.com, but I would also recommend mouth.com. One, if you're looking for something for yourself, they have all kinds of like specially curated small batch foods, drinks. I just got my mother-in-law for her birthday a set. It's like 4 mixers, and then I also added some like popcorn and marshmallows. And it's you can earn points. It's a really cool website. They got a lot of stuff on there, so I would highly recommend mouth.com.
Mouth.com.
What are we drinking? I
got Miller. Same old.
Yeah, One Eye
Jack Property Management.
Yeah.
If you're looking to rent a house, call my wife.
Bang.
Also, Homes Glorioso Group.
Boom.
If you're looking to buy a house, call my wife.
Also call Julia. Yeah.
Tell them you refer from the GAC page, you get a discount. We've got that set in the contract. It's fine.
Sweet. I didn't know that.
No worries.
Nice. I'm drinking an energy drink. One of my cool energy drinks, as Chris referred to it last time. Celsius. Live Fit. I try sometimes.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I saw your video with Elixir the Rapper.
Oh,
check it out.
Dude.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I'll share a link. So our buddy AJ, a.k.a. Elixir, he's been making these comedy skit videos, and they're just getting better and better and funnier and funnier. And I'm a part of the most recent one on YouTube. So check it out. Go to his page, Elixir, and it's Elixir. So it's spelled wrong on purpose.
Okay.
I think. Right? Or is it ELX? Now I'm going to spell it wrong. Now I'm second guessing myself.
I know some of those words.
Yeah, damn it. But it's kind of funny, and it's like a, let's see, Elixir the Rapper. Oh, no, I was wrong. It's Elixir. Elixir the Rapper is the channel on YouTube. So check it out. It's the latest one.
There'll be a link.
Yeah, Elixir's Workout Club. Yeah.
It's funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So that's that. I'm fresh off a trip. Just came back from El Paso.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas, right on the border. I mean, we were like, from the office that I was in, you can look out the window and see Juarez. I mean, it was right there. Yeah, it was right there. The wall, it's a fence.
It's a fence.
It was right there. Not a lot to do in El Paso. A lot of food. I mean, there's a lot to eat.
Sure.
This woman I met on the plane.
It's probably the best Tex-Mex you're ever going to get.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of Mexican food. Found another Sonora dog.
Oh, nice.
Found one down there, yep. A lot of good food, man. One place wasn't great, but everything else we had was awesome. And I wouldn't even say Tex-Mex. We had a lot of like traditional Mexican food, I think. It was, yeah, I met this woman on the plane and I was asking for recommendations because she was from there. Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah, there's not a lot to do here but go out and eat. And I was like, all right, well.
Sold.
Yeah, cool.
It's a work trip.
Yeah, and I did get to see the movie we were reviewing while we were there. I went to the Alamo Draft House, my favorite theaters. You know, they had a brand new one there.
Oh, nice.
They have two there, actually, one on both sides of the city. And it was just a great time. Coworker came with me, buddy Leo, and yeah, it's a great time. Have you watched anything? I know it's been almost 2 weeks since we've been together. What else have you watched outside of the movies we're talking about tonight?
So I'm caught up on Ted Lasso. There's still a couple episodes left. Great. It's just a great season. Great show. I will argue to say the best show on television right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree. Can I tell you? You've been telling me to watch it. Mm-hmm. I watched the whole first season Monday on the way to Alabama.
Yeah? What'd you think?
I watched 4 episodes on the plane.
Okay.
And I got there way before the rest of my team. So I got in, checked in, went and had lunch, came back, finished the whole first season in one day.
Damn. Good, right?
So great.
So good.
And it's so corny because everybody says it, but it's just so, like, feel good.
Right.
I mean, it's just so much fun. And
yeah.
He's great. The whole supporting cast is great. But anyway, yeah, I've been waiting to tell you that.
Good. Nice. Yeah, so the second season, I'm happy to say did not disappoint so far.
I'm like 3 or 4 into that.
Yeah, that's pretty similar on pace with the first one. Like, what do we watch? Raven's Banquet or whatever?
Mythic Quest. The
first season, I loved. The second season fell off a bit.
Yep.
Maybe it was because COVID, they couldn't write, they couldn't do whatever, I don't know. Hoping the third season comes back strong with that, but definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. And I watched The Game.
The Michael Douglas movie?
Yeah, with Michael Douglas.
That's an oldie.
It's oldie,
1998.
But I was in the mood for a thriller. I knew what happened at the end, so it kind of sucked. But the movie itself, I don't remember at all, and it was great.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't even know if I've ever seen it.
Wow, watch that.
Okay.
Michael Douglas and Sean Penn.
Sean Penn,
So
yeah.
good.
Yeah. I remember it being on my parents' DVD shelf, and I just don't know if I ever watched it.
So it was good, yeah.
So yeah, I've watched Ted Lasso. I'm a few episodes into the second season. All the characters are great, man. I love Roy Kent. I mean, him coaching the little girls in season 2, dude, the best. It's so funny. I finished the Nevers, so we're all caught up on the Nevers.
Nevers is great too.
So good. I probably, when the second half of the first season comes out.
Of the Nevers?
Because this is only one half of season 1. I've been listening to a podcast about it.
Okay.
And they've been interviewing some of the cast, and they were like, this is only... dude, that show was in production. It took 2 years to make 6 episodes because of COVID. They got screwed on production, man.
Great show.
It's so great. And I'll probably rewatch the first 6 leading into when 7 comes out.
Yeah, 6 was just... You can't end like that. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, man.
They start 6 off, and I thought for the first 10 minutes that I was watching the wrong show. I was like, I don't... Mm-hmm. Yeah, so...
Cool. And I also finished Strike Back, finally.
Never heard of that.
It's a great action show. It's the way I describe it to most, it's the ultimate guy show, dude. It's about these... Okay. It's been broken into a couple different teams, but it's special ops, going on missions. There's like an origin season... And there are 4 or 5 seasons with these two main guys. That's when I fell in love with the show. Like watching they start off as kind of like they're forced onto a team together. And they start off kind of as like obviously not friends, and then they grow to become brothers. And it's just a great. I mean, watching the character development is great. And then the show got canceled.
Is it all action or is there like humor or something like that?
Oh, it's funny.
Okay.
A lot of action, some nudity. I mean, there's a lot of gratuity.
Nice.
It's just gratuitous, man. It's just an action.
Well, it's not gratuitous if they show guys also.
They show everything but nails.
Oh, okay? So yeah, it's gratuitous.
Yeah. I mean, you see a dude like fully naked but from behind.
Okay.
But it's just a lot of sex, a lot of violence, a lot of fun, just car chases, shit getting blown up, and it got amped up. So they got canceled, new season, and then they brought it like a new team, revamped it, and it wasn't as good. It got good. Like when they first started with the new team, I was just kind of
getting the rhythm.
I was kind of like, yeah. But then it got better, and I think they ended pretty strong. I just finished the last season yesterday, so I would highly recommend it, especially if you like military-style action stuff. That's about it. I don't know if I watched any actual movies other than the three we're going to talk about tonight. But yeah, a lot of shows.
Also, football's back.
I almost want the Ravens here tonight.
By the time we do this, next week, the Ravens will have played their first game. So
without how many players now?
All 3 of our running backs. Marcus Peters. I think we lost a linebacker, too.
Crazy, dude.
Oh, those are just the starters. So
yeah. I mean, what are they doing at practice?
People said that it's just one of those things that you can't predict and you can't do anything about. They're like freak injuries. But that's not necessarily true. Harbaugh has always been known for running hard camps.
Yeah.
Like, he pushes you hard. And I like that because that gets you in better shape for the season.
Right.
That's why come the end of the year, we've got guys that are still playing at peak performance.
Yeah.
But if you're doing that hard, that fast in practice, then you hurt yourself the day before. The injury doesn't show up till the next day. Because both of the Gus Edwards and Marcus Peters were non-contact. So they hurt themselves just doing drills.
So was,
Justice Hill?
No, Dobbins.
Dobbins was non-contact too?
Yeah.
So they probably overworked themselves. That's how I tore my Achilles was, just running. So,
in the NFL?
No, just in general. I was playing football, but no, not in the NFL.
Ravens training camp, yeah.
And Tucker too. Tucker tore his non-contact. You heard it before you heard it. And sometimes you go too hard and your tendons can't handle it. So, not blaming Harbaugh, but at some point you have to go, why?
How did this happen to so many players in such a short time frame?
And it's not just this year. If you look at the trend, last year we were pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Even though we lost our left tackle, we were pretty lucky injury-wise. But 2 years before that, we were number 1 and number 2, I think, in injuries per team for the year with starters. So.
Damn. Yeah, well, hopefully we are able to salvage the season.
I'll be all right. Running backs, no offense to running backs out there, but they're dime a dozen.
Yeah.
I'm worried
Especially
about
when your quarterback can run like he does too, so.
Yep. As long as our right tackle plays, because he's a little unsure right now.
Okay.
As long as we got a good line, we'll be okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm excited, though, that football season is back.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. You guys doing your thing again this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me and John both took Tampa Bay tonight.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I actually didn't tell John that yet, but this is recording before the game starts.
This is live. Or live right now. Yeah.
I think Tampa Bay's going to smack the Cowboys.
Probably. All right, man. Anything else? Or you just want to jump into this movie?
Let's do it. We got a Movie Kombat.
Which, number 9? I didn't realize we'd done so many. But it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we've introduced a few new games.
And we've had I like the variety that we have. We can kind of go wherever. And we also are going to do Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which just came out. So which one do you want to do first?
Let's do the Movie Kombat.
Okay. So Movie Kombat is up first. We paired The Sitter versus The Watch, both Jonah Hill flicks. It was just something that popped into my head one night. I was just sitting around. I was like, let's do some two lesser. Obviously, super bad. Wolf of Wall Street.
He's a legend.
He's got so many. But I wanted to do a couple lesser known ones. Yep. Two that The Watch, one that I know I loved, and The Sitter I couldn't remember. So I was like, let's just do it. And I think it's actually a pretty not even, but a pretty close matchup. And we'll see once I put the picture out where people land with them.
Sure.
But first up, The Sitter. I just watched this the other night. Came out in 2011, directed by David Gordon Green. And so many people are in both of these movies.
Right.
But this one, Jonah Hill, Ari Grainer, Sam Rockwell, J.B. Smoove, Max Records, Landry Bender, Kevin Ballmore, and Kyler Bunbury. A lot of people. And one that I didn't write down, but there's a kid in the movie, like the main son in the movie that he's babysitting. Mm-hmm. His best friend doesn't want to hang out with him anymore, and blah, blah, blah. Then he runs into him later in the movie.
Yep.
Did you recognize him?
He looked familiar.
Me too. It was killing me. So he's the main guy from the new Jumanji. The curly hair. Same curly hair, same everything. Is that kid. I was like, whoa. Kind of funny.
Yeah.
So it's basically about Jonah Hill. He plays an expelled college student that he gets kind of, not forced, but kind of forced into babysitting these kids so his single mom can go out on a date with the parents of the kids. Not going on a date with them, but they set her up with someone. Yeah.
A double date.
Yeah.
And she's all excited because she's single. and she wants to go on a double date.
Yep. And I mean, it's just anything that could go wrong does. Like that's the whole thing. It's kind of like
it's one of those growth journeys.
Adventures in Babysitting. Was that the Elizabeth Shue movie from like back in the day?
Okay, yeah,
something like that, where they go on this like wild adventure, something that should never happen, but it does because he's trying to get to his girlfriend. Yeah, so. Dude, at first I was like, I didn't remember like a lot, but those kids, whew.
I thought that was awesome the way they portrayed them because they each had individual issues that they were expressing through how they handled life in general.
Yeah. Well, at first I was just like, man, these kids are the worst. They're the worst. But you, again, like you just said, you kind of progress through their story and you understand why each one of them is acting out.
Right. And I will say this. So I don't know what it is, but Hollywood every few years seems to take an up-and-coming star, and they just put them with a bunch of kids and say, make this movie good. I mean, they did it with The Rock, they did it with Vin Diesel, they did it with Eddie Murphy, they've done it with, like, Baby's Day Out.
Oh, I remember.
It's just like, take these up-and-comers, put them with a baby, and see what happens.
They just did it with Dave Bautista, too.
Boom.
They just did it with Dave Bautista.
Yeah, it's just what happens. I don't know. It's like they're calling the house. You want to be famous or you're about to be famous?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here's some kids.
This one is my favorite version of that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
All the other ones, though, seem like they're geared toward kids. And this one was not.
Not at all. I actually watched the unrated version.
Hey, kids shouldn't watch this.
Nope.
Yeah.
And it wasn't perfect. It's not a perfect movie. Not all the jokes land. But there were definitely some laugh out loud moments.
Oh, yeah.
And some really like heartfelt and serious moments that I appreciated that they put in there. You know,
Yep.
Jonah Hill's struggling with his own shit. And like he helps these kids out, and it was really kind of great the way it worked. But man, where there's some the funny parts, the Soul Baby interaction, where he goes into this pool hall. He's a white guy, all black people in his club, and he just comes in and he's talking to the doorman, and he just like
he's got his confidence back at this point.
Yeah, and the guy's like, man, you can't bring kids in here. He's like, nah, those are kids, those are little people. That woman. She's 48 years old, and the girl's like this.
She says,
clearly,
I'm a grandma.
Yeah. But don't treat it, don't beat it, baby. Respect it. It's so funny.
I loved one of my favorite things that had me laughing out loud when I saw it. It's just a little thing, not even meant to be like much of a joke. It's just something that I would do or I could see one of my friends doing.
Yeah.
It's Jonah Hill sitting on the couch watching TV, and a mom takes a call that she's real excited about, and the perfect pancake maker comes on the television. And she's on the phone, and Jonah Hill's, and it's obviously like he doesn't give a shit, but he's like, oh my God, they did it! They made a perfect pancake! It happened! Ma, tell whoever that is, we got it, man, the perfect pancake!
Yeah.
And just made fun of how dumb of a product it was so nonchalantly. I was like, oh, that's good.
It's funny.
That's funny.
It's funny, man. My brother and I, is the, when he gets confronted by the drug dealer at the end, towards the end, and the people from the pool hall show up, and they're now friends.
Yeah.
And she says something about, whatever she says is, talk about how you had some big ass balls, and he goes, can't buy underwear, balls don't fit.
Yep.
My brother and I used to fucking say that all the time. It's so funny, man.
Another great line, Sam Rockwell, always a classic.
Dude, him and JB Smoove stole the show. I mean, they were incredible in that movie.
Yeah, JB was funny.
Yeah.
But when he's
got a hook in it.
He's like Sam Rockwell's character is the drug dealer, and he has this big flamboyant entourage of like bodybuilding gang members and one rollerblader.
What a weird place.
It's just whatever. I mean, Sam makes it happen, but he meets Noah and immediately wants to be Noah's best friend. Like, it's just weird. He's like, hug me, you're my best friend, come on. And then as soon as he realizes Noah took money from him or Noah owes him money, he meets him later and he shoots the rollerblader. And he's like, you see that guy over there? That's my third best friend in the world. And I shot him because he doesn't listen. And you're only my eighth best friend in the world. What do you think I'm going to do to you if you owe me $1,000?
Yeah.
And I was dying. You're only my eighth best friend in the world.
Yeah.
I was dead.
And the end credits, they give you like info cards about each of the characters. And his was like still looking for his eighth best friend or whatever. And JB Smooth's was even funnier. I mean, like, it was really... It was better than I remembered. And I forgot the whole drug dealer aspect. I forgot a lot about that movie.
There were some really funny moments.
Yeah. What would you got a score? What would you score it? Our thing is at
Well, shoot.
yeah, hold on. I should have a picture of it.
I don't know why I don't know about Heart, but
Yeah, it's fine. No big deal.
I did not come prepared with scores because I didn't want to be biased.
Where is
Not that it would make you biased, but talking about the movies doesn't affect the score.
Yeah, there you go. Mine's 6.8. That's where I'm at.
Oh,
6.8 is like,
Yep.
it's not perfect, but it is funny and it's worth watching. If you've never seen it, I would recommend you see it. It's a
Yeah, I'll go 6.9.
Yeah.
I'm right. I don't want to say 6.8 also, but I'm right there. Same thing.
yeah.
Like, it was a good movie. I'm not saying, hey, you got to go see this. I don't think I ever said that. But if you ask, that's what I would say. It's funny. If you want to laugh, if you want an adult laugh or something similar to Good Boys, that movie with Seth Rogen's Entourage. I mean, it's not Seth Rogen, but it's just kids.
Oh, those kids. Yeah. Okay.
That's similar.
Mm-hmm. Because the kids are kind of funny.
Yeah.
I mean, they were good. So we paired it against, or put it up against, The Watch, which I love. I remember The Watch almost like scene for scene. I saw it in theaters, and it was so unexpectedly funny to me. Like, I don't know what was going on with me that day.
Right.
But, oh man, again, me and my brother, forget who else, crying laughing at this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie had me in tears. Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, Jonah Hill, and Richard Ayoade, the four guys of the...
I like Richard Ayoade. I don't see him in much.
No.
He's good.
Yeah. So anyway, it came out in 2012, directed by Akiva Schaffer, who I looked up his stuff. He's one of the guys from The Lonely Island. You know, Andy Samberg's like little rapping, singing trio from SNL.
Oh, really?
So he's one of those guys.
Okay.
That's the guy who directed this movie. So the four guys I mentioned, Will Forte is in it. Erin Moriarty. That's Vince Vaughn's daughter. Do you know who she is? She's from The Boys. Have you seen The Boys?
The one I was just talking about? Oh, the show.
The Boys.
Yes.
So she's
The blonde?
mhm.
Okay.
So that's
that
her.
makes sense.
And then Arlie Ermy has a cameo in it. The drill sergeant guy.
Oh, yeah. He's always great. He's dead now, right?
He is. R.I.P. So anyway, it's about these four guys. They form a neighborhood watch group to solve a murder of a local security guard from the local Costco.
Yeah.
And they end up caught in the middle of an alien invasion, which is kind of like ridiculous, but so funny. Like, I mean, it's so funny. Did you know this movie was originally titled Neighborhood Watch, and they changed it to The Watch because it was going to come out like right after George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's like that was dominating the headlines, and they figured it would be like studio figured it'd be insensitive to put a movie out called Neighborhood Watch, so they changed it slightly. I guess.
Hey, marketing, man.
Gotta do. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know why. I laugh so hard at this movie. It makes me so giddy with excitement. Like Vince Vaughn's energy.
Like, I mean, it's all of them together. Right?
Yeah.
Everyone gets to play their own character.
And the chemistry is perfect.
Yeah,
like they play off each other so well.
And then they're like supposedly just neighborhood that gets together. Ben Stiller is like a OCD big time.
Mm-hmm.
So he runs the watch. He's got, this is what we need to do. Here's the plan. This is how we have to do it.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn joins because he wants to get out of the house and just chill with people.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill joins because he wanted to be a cop, but he just wants to do something serious. So he's like serious the whole movie.
Yeah.
And the other dude joins. You figure out later in the movie why, but he's just kind of chill.
Yeah.
Like, just, okay.
Yeah.
And those four, that grouping of personalities is great.
It's so great, man. Ben Stiller is great at playing a character like that too. Mm-hmm. I don't have a black friend yet, but I'm on the market. Like that. I mean, that was great. So then when Richard Ayoade shows up, he's like, "Yeah, wow, you're the perfect person." Like, I mean, they do all the jokes just like go with each other, man. It's really funny, man. I mean, I think this has a bit more quotable lines than I remember anyway. I mean, I'm sitting here trying to think what was the funniest one. What's my favorite one? Like,
so my most memorable is in Parental Advisory.
Yeah, it's a little graphic.
Standing there, they take the kid in for egging.
Dude, you're gonna say my favorite line.
Is it from Jonah Hill?
Yeah, go.
And so he's sitting there, and they get done with everything, and they're about to walk out of the police station, and he just points over and goes, "Eat a fat dick, Chicho."
Yeah.
Walks right out. I was like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so they've got this beef with the local police because he wanted to be a cop, and they kind of turned him down. Didn't pass the written exam.
The psych exam.
Yeah, so And dude, he's got this beef with them, and they get this call, and they get egged because they're getting mocked.
Yeah.
They come into the police station with what's the song? Da 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 da.
Yeah,
and it's just like
this like
slow-mo shot. Yeah,
they got this little egger. He's a high school kid.
Yeah,
so good.
Jonah Hill. The whole scene. That might be my favorite scene because
so
he says, "Ha, neighborhood watch," and that's what he says. The other one, and
he goes, "This guy used the egg. The coward's weapon.
The coward's weapon, dude. The guy's an egger." And then when they get in his face, Ben Stiller and Jonah Hill, and they're like, "Listen to me. Listen to him. Look at him, but listen to me. Listen to us both, but understand no one."
Yeah.
And I mean, there's in this kid.
You can tell that's just
improv. Yeah.
Great.
That's a great one. So I did write another one, but with the when Vince Vaughn first gives him the jacket, and Ben Stiller's like, he said, "We look like a '50s doo-wop group," and Vince Vaughn says, "Doo-wop groups were known to close ass. Singing was their job. Closing ass was their I forget exactly what he said, but then Jonah Hill just chimes in and he says, "The baritone from Boyz II Men had to stop making music because he got so much pussy." And like, where do you come up with that, man? Like, it just hysterics, man. Every single line, man, had me in tears.
And I will say this, not for the movie, but there's a lot of things in The Sitter where it just happened too fast.
Yeah.
That I was thinking in my head while I was watching it, like, it's just too unbelievable, these turn of events.
Mm-hmm.
And this one felt more believable.
Yeah.
And it's about an alien invasion. So it's like, take that for what it's worth. It's written well.
Yeah. Well, so the Sitter is less than 90 minutes.
Yeah, it was
I mean, it's an hour and 20, hour and 24. Put 10, 15 more minutes in that movie.
Right.
And it flows way better.
The gang that protects him in the park after meeting him for 2 seconds at the bar was like,
little stretch.
You're not getting a 7 from me, bro.
A little bit of a stretch, yeah. And maybe the studio could have been like, "Hey, we need to trim."
Yeah,
whatever, you know. But it could have done with just a little bit more. Yeah. And I think. So anyway, I love The Watch, man. I actually enjoyed both of these movies. I'm glad we did this. I would score The Watch a 7.8. That's where I'm at with this. I really love.
You tied them. Oh, 7.8.
7.8. 7.8. So I'm like
7, 8.
a full point higher on The Watch.
See, I would go 7.4 for The Watch.
Okay.
Again, I would definitely recommend seeing it.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many sub stories.
Yeah.
Like the neighborhood orgy. Like, there's just so much.
You got the body with the cathlete.
Jonah Hill talking to him. He walked in on the wife and goes, "You hurt him so bad."
Oh, yeah.
I was dying.
Yep.
Or when he yells at his mom.
Yeah.
"Mom, I'm with my friends!"
Yeah.
Sort of Will Ferrell-esque, but it's funny.
Ah, man. So, listen, we're excited to hear what you guys think about this. The picture will be out probably before this episode drops. I think I'm going to put it out, or maybe after. I don't know. We'll see. But leave a comment. Let us know which one you prefer. And give us a score for the movies. Give us whatever. Tell us what you think about these.
Participation, babe.
Because they're really funny. Okay. But that's that. What do you think is going to win?
The Watch.
The Watch. I think so,
The
too.
Sitter's just a tough setting.
Yeah.
And The Watch is not Jonah Hill's best movie by far.
No.
And he's got another one coming out with Leo.
I saw that. It's a Netflix movie, right?
Yeah.
And Jennifer Lawrence.
I didn't see her in the previews.
Pretty sure she got like a weird haircut.
Okay, maybe I missed it.
I think so. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Look Up, it's called.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the one.
Look Up, maybe?
Mm-hmm. That's the one. Okay, so let's jump into Shang-Chi, which again I saw at the Alamo Draft House down in Texas.
Pretty awesome.
You go to AMC?
Yes, it did. Gotta get my stock
Got
back
these socks up, baby. It did come up a little. It's in like close, high 40s.
Doge is killing me.
Yeah,
Doge had a big run and big drop.
And it's just sitting.
It's just chilling. Run back, man.
Yep. Okay, so Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, the new entry into Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yep.
Directed by a guy named Destin Daniel Cretton, who directed Just Mercy with Michael B. Jordan.
That's a good movie. Great movie, actually.
And then another one, I can't remember the name, and then some shorts and stuff. But this is like his first, Just Mercy, I think, was a pretty big movie, but this is he's done 2 features, and then, boom, you get a Marvel movie.
This is a different scale.
They've been doing a lot recently. They've been taking, Chloe Zhao is doing the Internals, and she's done mostly indie movies.
They like different perspectives.
Yeah.
I think Kevin Feige, or there's a team with him that still comes in with a lot of creative. Like, at that point, you work with a corporation that says, hey, make sure this happens. But they're saying, we like your original perspective and show us.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll trust that guy to the end of the earth.
You have to at this point, right?
Yeah.
Who has made more
great movies?
I was going to say better. That's more better. Who has made more movies at this quality than he has?
I can't name anyone.
Yeah, he's got like 20 right now.
20-something. It's close to 25, I think.
They all kind of count as one big saga.
Yeah.
But, I mean, George Lucas couldn't say he was even close to that.
No. Kevin Feige's also not a director. He's like the head of the studio.
Right.
But he's the one that gets the credit, man. Like the directors, the actors, they all get their time to shine too. But we've said this a million times. Without Kevin Feige, this wouldn't be what it is.
I agree.
So anyway,
stick to a formula.
Yes.
Which is why Cineheads hate him. Because he's so cookie cutter. But I think it works.
It's working. It's rated PG-13. 2 hours and 12 minutes. I mean, it rolls. You know, it doesn't feel long, or it didn't feel long to me. Who wrote it? Destin Daniel Cretton and 2 other guys. They wrote it as there's a bunch of writing credits.
Sure.
Story by screenplay. I mean, it's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's been around forever.
And it's about Shang-Chi, or Sean, is his American name, who is the son of the leader of the Ten Rings, which is this ancient organization. And he has to confront his past. Is basically the plot. Yeah, he's living in San Francisco, kind of he's a valet driver, parker, and you know he's confronted with destiny basically. Right. And I off the rip, I loved it. I loved Shang-Chi. I loved his partner in crime. His best friend,
Awkwafina.
Katie, played by Awkwafina. Yeah. She's the comic relief. You know, she's really funny. Some of her jokes felt a little forced.
I was going to say, I felt like she should have been better.
Yeah.
She's funny in general, but her voice and the way she delivers, if her jokes are written better or if she ad-libs better, it's way funny.
Yeah. They weren't all perfect. Some were great, and other ones I was like, eh.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought the movie was great. Action sequences, top notch. I love they did a mixture of fantasy martial arts movies like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and also a modern just classic fighting martial arts.
Yeah, like a Movie Kombat style.
Jackie, the police story, Jackie Chan or Jet Li or Bruce Lee, whoever, just doing regular martial arts. So I love the blend.
Yep.
It's in subtitles. When it should be in subtitles, when they speak in Chinese, it feels right.
Right.
When they're in America, so it felt authentic in that aspect, which I loved. And all the supporting characters I loved as well. They had some actors from classic martial arts, like Shang-Chi's aunt, his dad. Yeah. They're from old martial arts. Yeah, they're from that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which I also thought was a cool nod to the OGs.
Yeah. I hope Rizzo gets an appearance.
Rizzo.
I mean, I'd say.
Oh, the rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you said I heard Lizzo.
Oh, no, Rizzo.
I was like, wait a minute. That kid,
from Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
He's big in that old martial arts. He's in a bunch of movies, too.
He's made his own.
Yeah. Iron Man with the Iron Fist or something. Yeah. So it'd be cool if he showed up.
What did you think of the movie?
I liked it. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I really enjoyed it like I do most of these movies. I was expecting a little more comedic value from Awkwafina. When I heard she was in it, I was like, oh, this is going to be pretty good. But her character in general confused me because she was really good at driving.
Yeah, that was her backstory, right?
And then she didn't use that at all. I really thought that was going to come into play some point in the movie.
Later in the movie?
Yeah, but whatever. And then she also seemed like she could be love interest. And she wasn't, which is cool.
Yep.
I actually appreciate that. But it's what was that whole storyline for?
I think
maybe in the future.
Yeah, because I got some thoughts on her character as well. Yeah. But I just overall, man, just a fun entry.
Yeah,
definitely worth going to see on the big screen.
Definitely. John, go see it.
Yeah, John, go see it, John. Let's see. We can jump into some spoilers now if you'd like. I don't really have any other general thoughts. I'd rather just kind of talk about other stuff.
Yeah,
you know, so there's the thoughts. Spoilers ahead if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want to know, because there are some big time spoilers that we're going to talk about. So pause here, come back, skip to the scores, whatever you need to do. But so with regard, I'll just go right to Aquafina because we were just talking about that. I had never seen. I don't know if I haven't seen Crazy Rich Asians, which is where she got super famous, right?
Yeah, she was good in that.
I haven't seen that, so I don't know. This is like my first real like experience with her. And like again, I thought she was funny, but I loved how like her character is kind of just like a wayward soul, just like Shang-Chi. They're both just kind of like doing whatever.
Yeah, well, Shang-Chi seems like he's hiding from who he's supposed to be.
Yeah,
but she's just kind of like
drifting. She's just drifting to She's a letdown to her parent, her family, and her. But
she embraces it, which is funny.
It is funny, but I loved her arc. So she starts like that, and then by the end of the movie, she's found a purpose. And I'm glad that she wasn't just like dead weight when they got to like the secret world where they had to go. Yeah, she helps, and she like.
And her loyalty might be her superpower, really, because she stood by him since he was a kid.
Yeah.
He needed help. She protected him, and then no matter what it was, they did it together.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a love interest, which is cool. I really enjoyed that.
Yep. I will say, my favorite character from the entire movie was his sister. I loved his sister. Okay. Because she like, you know, in the ancient like society and traditions that they were brought up in, she was never allowed to be.
Well, in China, yeah.
Yeah, she.
Spoiler alert: China's still a little sexist.
yeah. So the fact that she watched and observed because she wanted to be like her brother and father so bad, but they wouldn't allow her father wouldn't allow it, and it just like she kind of ends up on her own,
right?
Through a chain of events, and what she becomes, and I just loved her character, man. She ends up running this like underground fighting club it was in Asia somewhere. Obviously, I don't remember what city they said it was in.
Yeah, it looked a lot like Real Steel when they went to fight the robots. Mm-hmm. That's what that whole thing reminded me of.
But she's a super badass. I mean, she can fight, man, and because she was fighting. Spoiler alert: she was fighting. Who was she fighting at the beginning?
Him.
Oh,
her brother.
Right. I'm sorry. Who was fighting the Abomination?
I don't want to say the wrong. I think Chang.
Wong. Another spoiler. Wong. The cameos in this movie are all the same. Yeah. So Wong from Doctor Strange is the first fight you see at this underground fight, and he's fighting the Abomination, which was so awesome.
Awesome, yeah.
And then Shang-Chi shows up, and he has to fight his sister.
Yep.
She whoops his ass. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then, like, they rekindle and they find out what's going on. He has to get in touch with her because they have something that their father wants and, blah, blah, blah. But that might have been my favorite scene in the movie, the fight that follows on the scaffolding. There's this insane hand-to-hand fight all up and down the scaffolding on this insane, like, super high skyscraper. Like, in and out and flat. Dude, I think that was my favorite part of the whole movie.
So, I'm not huge into Kung Fu movies.
Yes.
Which takes me out of that a little bit.
Okay.
Just because at this point, none of them have superpowers. And it's just a real unrealistic fight scene. Not that they aren't all in a lot of the movies, but even with like Black Widow, when she's fighting and it's hand-to-hand, it's quick.
Yeah.
This was like, Kung Fu movies where it just drags.
Yeah, I
personally. I know you don't agree, but
I was into it.
For someone that can get taken out of the fight scenes in a Kung Fu movie, since they're all playing in the same universe, it didn't translate the right way in my brain.
Okay.
Which sucks, but what is it? What's going to be?
This was an origin story, right? I would be willing to bet that most people didn't know. I didn't know who Shang-Chi was, but he's been in the comics for decades.
No, I didn't know he was.
So like you got to give the origin.
Speaking of that, actually, I saw a thing on Facebook that said the guy that plays Shang-Chi, after he saw the first Captain America, tweeted at Marvel and said, Captain America was great, but when are you going to introduce the Asian culture? Call me for Shang-Chi. And
really?
Literally like...
When the first Captain America
first Captain America.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, man.
So I guess that's like Captain China, or whatever their version is.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I didn't know that. Power of the internet.
Awesome. Yeah, it's really cool. Unless it was made up, because also Power of the internet.
Yeah, it could be made up, but I could see like the studios noticing that tweet because he's an actor. He's been in stuff.
He's a big actor.
Yeah. oddly enough, I don't know if I've ever seen him in anything, but I've looked at his credits and he's got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's been around. Can we talk about the Mandarin?
Sure, yeah.
Dude, that was like, there's this whole subplot of the movie that the people in China and this ancient culture are so angry about events from Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Like, the Mandarin is a real person.
Yeah. So if you've seen Iron Man 3, which I hope you have,
yeah,
the Mandarin was the bad guy, and then they went to capture him, and they realized in that movie that the person they thought they were apprehending was an actor who was just playing a role, who was hired by someone else, so they never actually caught who the actual Mandarin was. And this kind of owns some light to that. Shed some light to the actual source behind the power.
Really cool. Really funny. When that happened, I was like, no way, man. He's got one of the best lines in the movie. When he says, he's like, man, I was just an actor. I was hired to play a role as a terrorist. Turns out they were actually terrorists. The producer got obliterated. I went to jail. I love that, man.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Yep.
Did you have any like real dislikes? Like, I mean, aside from, I know you're not into kung fu, like you said, but
It's
like,
not. I guess so. I saw Raya or whatever recently. It's the animated one about the dragon.
oh
And
yeah,
Awkwafina is actually the dragon in that movie.
I forgot she was the voice in that.
So this, to me, felt like a mixture of Fast and the Furious with the car scenes, which I don't like.
They were a little crazy at the beginning.
And even when they're driving through the bamboo, I'm like, I don't like that.
That's what I said. Why did you need a vehicle for that?
Yeah, just figure it out.
Yeah.
Right? Make it spikes or something. Why are you driving? Whatever.
Dude, I agree. The whole time I was like, they should have done this a little different.
A little differently.
Yeah.
I didn't like the little pet.
That was also weird.
Yeah, there's like this little pet that the Mandarin had.
With no face.
And for some reason, the Mandarin could understand him. No one else could. I don't know if they would have explained that a little bit more, something maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe they will in the next movie. Because what Kevin Feige does do a good job of is he reads criticisms online. And he still has movies, so he could fix them if he has to. Like, there was one movie where they showed the Infinity Gauntlet in Thor's thing. And then everyone's wondering how Thanos had it. And then they just rewrote it into Ragnarok, a real simple scene where she walked by and said fake and pushed it on the ground.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
the crowd was like, oh, that solves that.
Yeah.
So he can fix some of this stuff. He just needs to pay attention to fixing it,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. That was one. It's not perfect. The movie's not perfect, but it's still, I mean, just great. And I'm going to see it again because like I said, I saw it with a coworker. But this weekend I'll probably take my wife and daughter to go see it.
Yeah, I need to see it again too because I was falling asleep, honestly.
I wanted to see it a second time before this, and I just didn't have time, man. Like between Courtney's schoolwork, me traveling, and it
The
just
same. I went and saw it early so that I could watch it again with John.
Yeah.
And have a better score. But John didn't have time to see it, and honestly, neither did I. So
yeah. So I will be seeing this again for sure. It's oh man, I love this universe so much. I don't even know, like.
So, well, it's a Marvel universe, right?
Yeah.
Would you be able to? I would wait for your score, but would you have it in rankings, like a top 15 for you?
Ooh, probably. I'd have to go back and look at what my rankings were. The score might be close to like other ones, but I don't think it breaks top 10.
No.
Maybe not even 15. It's probably middle of the pack for me.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's where I put it. It fits perfectly, and it's necessary, and I love the introduction of the character.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to seeing where the character fits into this. We're in uncharted territory right now, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Aside from Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and then you got Eternals coming up in November.
Yep.
These two, it's like,
And then Spider-Man, everyone's pumped about that.
Oh man, what a trip like that! Yeah. So but these two, Shang-Chi and Eternals, it's like, it's just an introduction for most people. So I it's gonna take some like getting to know the characters, and how they fit in, and how it's all gonna work together.
Like the first Thor wasn't the greatest movie either,
No.
but Thor turned out to be amazing.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens with it. And like you said,
Mm-hmm.
it's not probably not top 15 for me.
Yeah.
But I'd probably put it somewhere near one of the second or third Iron Mans in the rankings.
I'd probably put it around there.
Maybe the third one.
Yeah. Post credits. There is a post credit scene.
Two.
Obviously two. Yeah. You have the one after the first batch of like highly produced credits, I guess if you want to call it. There's a scene, and then at the very end there's another scene. I'm trying to remember what's what, but one of them is you see Captain Marvel. You see...
Yeah, that's the first one.
Okay, you see Bruce Banner.
And Bruce Banner's back to being Bruce Banner. He's no longer the Hawk Banner anymore.
Yeah, yep.
Which, I'm excited to hear the explanation for that.
Yep. And Wong was there too, right?
Wong was talking to him.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, you need to come see us, right? They basically were like, come talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you... There's a weird energy. It's like... So that's super
They
exciting.
can't figure out what the rings are, where they came from, or how they got them.
Yep. And then what's the last one? Because now I'm blanking. I thought that was the end.
No, the last one, maybe that is the end. But the other one was they were sitting at a restaurant telling their friends from earlier the whole journey.
Yeah.
And they didn't believe them at all.
And then that's when Wong was like...
Yeah, Wong shows up.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, yeah.
He's like, you too, points to Aquafina.
Yeah, yep. And they walk through the... I mean, come on. Talk about one of the best powers you could ever have.
Yeah, just anywhere.
Open a portal to anywhere. Walk through it, close it up, you're there.
Yep.
I mean, god damn if that isn't...
yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Whew.
And Abomination, if you guys don't know who that is, he was in the Hawk movie, the original Hawk movie.
The one with Edward Norton.
And that's still in play here. All the things that happen in that movie are still supposedly what happened to Bruce Banner. Mm-hmm. So Abomination is apparently not a bad guy anymore because he's working with Wong. Mm-hmm. So I'll be excited to see what his arc is too.
Yeah, in the locker room after the fight, he's like, man, you really kind of... I forget what he said.
You didn't pull your punches.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We've kind of been all over the place with this. We've definitely talked about what we liked. We definitely hit some dislikes that we had, right? I mean, minor things that we would change. Minor for me anyway. We talked about the BMW SUV through the woods to get to that was weird. I probably would have changed that. Even the bus chase from the beginning with Aquafina. That just seemed, again, a little bit much.
A little fast and furious-y.
And that bus ain't maneuvering like that on them tiny San Francisco streets. So that was a little like, come on. But you're in the moment, and it's fun, and it's whatever. Yeah. I want to know how much BMW paid to get in these. I swear, every one, there's more BMWs on the road.
And they look nice, too.
They do, yeah. I told you my favorite scene. I can't remember any lines, like any specific lines. There are some great ones. But because I only got the chance to see it once, they're not out there like that. I don't remember them all. Did you have like a favorite scene or a line?
I don't remember what he said, but they get to this fight club, and the guys, a lot of the people there are Chinese, and he's talking to Aquafina fast in Chinese, and she said, my Chinese isn't that good. And he said, it's okay, I speak. And I don't remember what he said. But I remember laughing.
Oh, yes. That was a great line. I forget what he called it. He's talking about English, but he calls it something else. Man, that was a good one.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot what it was.
If John sees it, and we'll ask him for a score, I'll try to, and I'll have seen it again by the now. Yeah, so I'll try to make a point to remember that. And we kind of also talked about what we would change, too, right?
We did. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. Like I said, those scenes... It's tough for these movies because you always know there's a sequel, and you always know there's going to be a direction they're going in that you can't anticipate. So maybe the criticisms we have are on purpose so that it gets fixed in the next movie. And I can't say to that, but I can only judge on what I've seen. So from what I've seen, those are some things I would change. Aquafina needs to have funnier lines.
Better, yeah.
All the movies are hitters with comedy. The one-liners are great. This one, I just feel like they came a little short. We can't even remember a line.
They did come up a little short with the jokes, I think, yeah. Because you're right, I can't, none of them are like popping out in my head. Could also be because we were laughing so hard at the watch, and we were...
Yeah, facts.
But, I can score it. You ready to score it?
Yeah,
Do you have a score? I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go with an 8.1 on this. Because I will watch this multiple times.
Yeah, I'm good with that score.
Yeah. But again, it's not top of the pack for me. It's
right.
probably in the middle, which is, I'm sure a lot of my scores were like high 7s, low 8s.
Yeah,
when I did my rankings, they're probably right around that window. I would say I like Black Widow better than this. I can say that.
Yeah, I agree.
The two most recent ones, yeah.
So I'm going to go 7.6.
Okay.
I did like it, but it's just, yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It felt strange. And I got to say this. The dragon thing was really cool, and I appreciated it. But my brain can't anticipate how that's going to work in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because they have science, then they have aliens, and then they have magic, and now they have spirits.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they have the Spirit Stone, but literally these are just spirits protecting a realm. It's just wild. I like it. I'm okay. I'm not hating. I'm just interested to see where it goes.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to watching it again. So there's that. Have you seen it? Drop us a comment. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. Give us your score. Anything you changed, just tell us all about that, man. We love to hear your guys' thoughts on these movies that we talk about. We love the interaction with everybody. It's just fun. We love talking about movies, obviously. So the more we get to talk about movies, the better it is. Yeah.
Do you think there's any way Phase 2 is as good as Phase 1?
Phase 2?
Yeah, of the MCU. Like, with a collection of work when it's complete. It's tough to say because
this
it's
is Phase 4.
Early. Oh, I'm sorry. So
yeah.
Post Thanos.
Oh, man. It's hard to say. Because those first 3 phases, the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, I guess post Infinity Saga.
I can't see anything being better. But as each one of those movies were coming out, I was
they kept beating each other.
How are they going to top this?
Although
it was like Winter Soldier. Oh my God. Yeah. Civil War. What? How did they Infinity War? Holy hell! And then to end it so perfectly.
Yeah.
How do you? But
we'll see.
We'll see. They've still got.
You gotta ask the kids. The kids will have a different opinion than we do.
Yeah.
Because they didn't feel it the way we felt it.
They'll have no idea.
But we're not gonna feel it the way they felt it because we've already experienced ours.
Exactly.
Our generation's Infinity Saga is over.
Dude, I've said so many times. Kids growing up with Disney Plus. Will never, ever, ever know what it was like to have to wait a year between Infinity War and Endgame.
It was rough.
It was
awesome. It was awesome.
Dude, that was what, I was like, I gotta live at least one more year. Yeah. I gotta make it. I gotta know how this ends.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Man, it's just, these movies get me so hyped.
Anticipation's the joy of life, really.
Yeah.
Anticipating something great happening. Because once it happens, you got the memory of it, but the anticipation. It's the journey, not the destination.
Yeah. Ah, man. Good stuff. Do a little shot? So I brought back some gifts from El Paso for me and the boys. Shot glasses that will be left at John's when we get back over there.
So it's supposed to be at John's house.
Yeah. So I just got three little shot glasses from El Paso where I was at. One's got like a desert scene. One's got some people dancing. And one's got like the shape of Texas. Don't mess with Texas.
Don't mess with Texas.
Pretty. Yeah, I wouldn't. Pretty cool. Ceramics. I don't know. I like them a lot. We haven't done. I don't know what we've been shooting. Let's do some rum. Let's see. Finish off that Breckenridge Spice rum. Should have enough in there, right?
Yeah, for 2.
Which one did you pick? Which one did you like? The Dancing People, right?
Dancing People.
All right. And I'll just pick next week.
It's a lot of my Hawaiian heritage.
For now, I'll do the red one. Next week.
Well, I don't know
out. That's enough. Half shot, whatever. Yeah. Next week, working on a short week again. I got another trip coming up. What's that?
We're not doing half shots.
Okay.
Football season starts tonight.
You're right. Chris is excited. I'm excited too. God, I've said next week 4 times. Next week, we are watching brand new Netflix movie. Comes out September 10th. It's called Kate. It stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead. It's about an assassin who has 24 hours to find the people or the person responsible for quote-unquote killing her.
And it has Woody Harrelson.
Which
I will watch anything he's in.
Me too, man. Just like Sam Rockwell. Anything he's in.
He's been in a bunch of bad stuff, but love him every time.
Dude, he's...
I would hang out with both of them.
Yeah, there's this one movie I want you to see and I want to do it on the show. It's very, it's like one of those movies like The Peanut Butter Falcon, where it was like, it took me so off guard at how good it was. It's called The Way, Way Back. And he's got a supporting role in the movie. He plays like a manager at like a local swim club. His family comes for like the summer.
Yeah, I could not remember what that was called.
Have you seen it?
I love that movie.
Oh.
He's hilarious in that.
He's great.
I've been looking for that movie forever. I should just Google Sam Rockwell.
I own it. I love it.
Great movie.
Yeah, and so, okay, well, maybe we don't have to do it then. But, because I didn't know you'd seen it. If you haven't seen The Way, Way Back, also highly recommend The Way, Way Back.
That's in Maryland, right?
No, I don't think so.
I'm confusing the timelines then. Because I did see a summer thriller. It's got Ben Stiller in the one I'm thinking about.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know about that one. I have to look that up.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Anyway, Way, Way Back is good. We're doing Kate next week. Scotch and yes? Scotch and yes?
Scotch and yes?
Scotch and yes! Let's go, baby. That was a full shot.
Yeah. No edits tonight.
Real talk for real movies, yeah, we'll listen. Real life on real hype, you feel different. Underrated, appreciated, or barely made it. You let us know at Law Bay, yeah, you really hate it. And Christmas like in the past, he got it going better. And like Jess, it didn't show up and we don't let him. It's real talk, no theoretical, though it ain't invisible, man. It's so dependable, damn. You can't see him if it's dark or bright. Ask Chris with his Miller Lite. Or Blockbuster, it's so good, right? Candyman or Tony Dodd or Holy God. I mean the devil all the time, or at least alive. Apocalypto, go against the grain like your boy Adam, who drink Jack like Jungle Land and Nick Mullins. Educators, tell us what you know about him. Is it bad or good like Peanut Butter Falcon? Special guests like Danny D and Dave Ronald. Let us look to the future, event horizon. In real life, the movie will never stop. Till it does, we drop, and there's no getting up. Until then, subscribe and they let you know the tops. Only way to know for sure is to watch. So shut up and drink your pops, your soda and corn pops, and listen to the real life movie talk. I'm isolated like the lady in black, and I seek revenge for these movies that whack.